This is Replicant Fish. Welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, is it not? Many of us as men do judge women by their looks, if they're attractive or not. That's why some women fool themselves to think that we care about their money. If you're a broke man, you do. If you're not, you don't care, you care more how she looks. Which for some women is a sad case because they never get to experience one of the powers we have as men. As I've said before, the power we have as men to make women feel better about themselves just by being there. To quell their loneliness, so they're not lonely. So they're reminded that they're loved, they're cared for, that they're wanted, desired, and that they're beautiful. Because beauty is a powerful thing for women. That's why there are so many damned YouTube beauty channels, and why there's so much money in beauty. Or let's say, why there's so much money in the search for and desire of beauty. So that's a hint for you young businessmen, entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs in general. You can make a lot of money off women, off their emotions. But enough waffling. Interesting article from the website history.com, which is like the History Channel website. It's history.com, but it's the, you know what I'm saying, the history.com basically. The article titled 6 Spurned Royal Women Who Triumphed Over Their Husbands. For many women over the centuries, marriage to a royal consort has not always been the fairy tale. They battled drunk husbands, loveless marriages, led coups, killed off husbands, not surprising, or sometimes quietly waited for good fortune to come their way. These women took fate into their own hands. And into their pockets as well. Typical women. Seriously. But in speaking of attraction and beauty, I want to focus on number 3, Anne of Cleves, the 4th wife of Henry VIII. And as you can see, there is a portrait of her here, but I think the reality of her was something many men would not want to behold, or bed, or hold in general. But seriously. There have been few women as mocked and dismissed in history. Come on. Nicknamed the Flanders Mare. Oh my god. Human beings are terrible. A mare is a horse, a female horse by the way. And called ugly, talentless, dim, and chubby. Anne of Cleves was long the patriarchal personification of the pitifully unattractive woman doomed to live a shameful spinster's life. Wow, you know, I thought I was cold. My god, wow, let's carry on. The only purely political marriage of Henry VIII, Anne was chosen after the king admired a flattering, idealized portrait of her painted by Hans Holbein. He must have been drunk. In 1539, she travelled from her German home to England, where she was sent to Rochester Castle in Kent. On New Year's Eve, a bloated, overly excited Henry rushed to meet Anne. Obviously, he's excited to see his new woman, you know, to see what she's working with, yeah. And was dismayed with her looks and poor English. After he exited her room, Henry exploded to his ministers and then said, and by the way, this is quite epic. He says, "I like her not. I like her not. Get this beast of a woman out of my presence at once. I like her not." My god, he was savage. Then again, he did kill some of his wives, but yeah, let's carry on. The two were married, however, on January the 6th, 1549. Not surprisingly, the wedding night was unsuccessful. The next morning, Henry blamed Anne for his impotence. "I like her not. She could not help me get it up. I like her not." For her part, the naive, sheltered Anne assumed that the marriage had been consummated. "When he, Henry, comes to bed, he kisses me and taketh me by the hand." Yeah, but he doesn't bang you though, or he can't bang you. "And biddeth me good night, sweetheart. And in the morning kisses me and biddeth me farewell, darling." Yeah, but he hasn't touched you though. He hasn't banged you though, seriously. She told her ladies in waiting, "Is this not enough?" "No, it's not enough, love. It's not enough. Obviously, this is the wedding night. You know, obviously as a man he expects to obviously, you know, explore the nether reaches of his woman. Henry quickly began a hot and heavy affair with a young Catherine Howard. He began to look for legal ways to annul his marriage to Anne, who was sent to Richmond Castle. Well aware of the fate of other queens who had not appeased Henry, Anne cleverly submitted to his wishes. The marriage was annulled on July 12, 1549. Anne had played the game well, now the king's sister, okay? She was given castles, property, and a handsome allowance. Yep, so typical woman still got everything she wanted in it. Yeah, everything she wanted. At her home of Hever Castle and at court, the warm-hearted, friendly woman impressed all with her easy, untroubled countenance. She was close to her former stepdaughters, Elizabeth and Mary, and even developed a sincere friendship with the king himself. Obviously, it wasn't a friend with benefits, you know. Guess he didn't see any benefits there, you know. Anne outlived both Henry and all of his other wives, and died in 1557, revered and admired. Obviously, not being very attractive, she wasn't really going to get much from men in her life, which is a sad case for many women. Many women that lack a certain level of appeal or whatever, obviously they will still get men, because even unattractive women still get men. Very unattractive women can still get men in their inbox because men are just so thirsty. But obviously some women want a certain man, or let's say experience of a man. The boyfriend experience, the husband experience, the having someone there to remind them of how good they look, how appealing they are, how attractive they are. The sad case is, for many women, they know the truth, that because of a certain level of looks that they lack, yeah, many men won't notice them, and if they do, it would be just for one thing. And the type of men that would stay, she understands she will just settle for these men anyway. Can be a very sad case. I know I shouldn't be laughing in this video, you know, but it's to make a point as well, and to remind men of the power we have as men, that our attention is so powerful. It actually could shape a woman's life. It does shape many women's lives. Our attention as men is so strong that it doesn't matter what the world wants to say. If we as men don't give it attention, don't give it our eyes and time, it doesn't matter, does it? You see this with movies. It continually happens. Birds of Prey is not doing well, is it? Without men's attention, many things would crumble. The thing is, many women know this firsthand, that without men's attention, many of them would crumble. Even if they enjoy being single, it's the point that we as men offer so much that many women still need something we as men have to offer. Even if it's just our time to give them attention, our ears to listen to their waffling about crap, but seriously, come on, or our eyes, so that we can behold them, see them, and tell them, yeah, you look okay, I'd actually bang you, yeah, seriously, seriously. In other words, it's to say that the attention we as men give out is so strong, and even though they can get attention, they never get the full attention from a man that truly wants them. So as a man, remember your power. Never bend because you assume you have no power. Never give in and give up because you assume you need her to make you feel better, to feel whole, to feel good about yourself. In other words, like a 16th century ironclad bastard, it's for one to never forget, I like her not. I like her not. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.